What's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I share tips and expert advice on media, freelance, tech and business. If you're a business owner or a startup working and living in Kenya, this video is made for you. In this video, I'll be focusing on the measures that one should take in order to remain compliant in business here in Kenya. Stay tuned. If you are new on this channel, like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also take time to visit my website on cheption.com to learn more. Now let's get right into today's video. So the first thing that you need to do in order to remain compliant in business in Kenya is to register your business properly. You would be surprised how many people skip this step and don't do it properly. The Kenyan government requires every business to be registered, and it is the foundation for everything that comes next. So if you haven't done it yet, you need to head over to the Registrar of Companies on brs.go.ke. Here is what you will need to do here. Pick a business structure. Are you going to register a sole proprietor business, a partnership business, or a limited company? All these are available for registration or for picking once you are on brs.go.ke. The next thing that you need to do is to pick a business name. In this way, make sure that you pick a very unique name for your business. Then submit all these names that you've picked for evaluation by the Registrar of Companies, and once they approve one of them, you can register that name. The cost for this varies depending on the structure that you've picked. Once you're done with that, you'll get a certificate of incorporation and you'll be officially in business. It's that simple. Not that if you don't get registered, you are technically operating illegally. This means that you will get fines, penalties and other legal issues down the road. So just get it done right away to avoid problems. The second thing that you need to do in order to remain compliant in business in Kenya is to comply with tax obligations. Something every business owner loves to avoid is tax, but I don't advise anyone to do so. Complying with tax obligations is critical. The Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, is watching and you don't want to get on their bad side. Here is what you need to do. Once you have registered your business, you will need to register for a business PIN with KRA. This is the personal identification number you will use for all your tax-related activities. If your turnover hits 5 million or more per year, you will need to register for VAT. Note that you can register for the obligation if you charge clients VAT. If you have employees, you will need to set up pay as you earn or payee and deduct taxes from their salaries. And don't forget, file your tax returns on time. If you miss the deadlines, you will be hit with penalties, and that is the money you don't want to lose. The third thing that you need to do to remain compliant in business in Kenya is to adhere to labor laws. Okay, moving on to labor laws. This is another area you definitely don't want to mess up. As an employer, you are required to follow specific regulations when it comes to staff. The first thing that you need to do is to create employment contracts. Every employee needs to have a written contract, no handshake deals or verbal agreements. Get everything in writing. The next thing that you need to do is minimum wage. Set minimum wage. Make sure that you are paying your employees at least the minimum wage required for your industry. The Ministry of Labor and Social Protection is responsible for enforcing minimum wage laws. And lastly, contributions. You must deduct and remit NSSF, National Social Security Fund, and SHA, Social Health Authority contributions. And do not forget other employees' benefits like annual leave and sick leave. If you skip these, you could end up in court, and that's not a fun place to be. The next thing that you need to do is to obtain necessary licenses and permits. Now, let's talk about business licenses and permits, because not all businesses needs the same things. Depending on what type of business you are running, you may need to get specific licenses. For example, if you are selling food, you will need health license. If you are in tourism industry, you will need tourism license. And if you're operating an hotel or a restaurant, there are more specialized licenses required. And don't forget the county business permit. Every business needs one of these to operate within the county. Without it, you could be fined or shut down. The fifth thing that you need to have in your company to remain compliant is to maintain accurate financial records. If you are not already doing this, start today. Not only will this help you to stay on top of your finances, but it also required by the law. The government wants to know how much money you are making so they can tax you properly, and accurate records help with that. Here's what you need to do. Keep track of all your income, expenses, and assets. Use accounting software if you can. Make sure you have proper financial statements ready for when it's time to file your taxes or annual returns. If you're a larger business, you might need to have your financials audited each year. And don't forget, you are required to keep all your business record for at least 7 years. This is super important for tax audits and other legal matters that may come up. The last thing that you need to have in your business in order to remain compliant in Kenya is to file your annual returns with BRS. Filing your annual returns with Business Registration Service is critical. This is legal requirement for companies in Kenya, and you have to do it every year to keep your company active and in good standing. When you file your annual returns, you are basically updating the government on your company's status, and you'll need to update your company information like directors and shareholders. Pay a small filing fee, which is pretty affordable, and submit your returns before the deadline. Otherwise, you'll risk your company being struck off the registrar. So set a reminder for this, because it's something you don't want to miss. To wrap it up, ensuring compliance in Kenya is absolutely essential for your business growth and success. Register your business, comply with tax laws, follow labor regulations, get the necessary licenses, maintain financial records, file your annual returns, and by doing this all, you will avoid legal issues, build trust with investors and clients, and set your business for long-term success. And that is it on today's video on the measures one should take in order to remain compliant in business here in Kenya. I hope you found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have any question or concern regarding to this video, type in the comment section and I'll be able to respond to your questions. Up until next time, bye bye and take care.